You know how it's kind of getting a little bit ugly on the planet with dense energies? There's more vocal, more angry, more emotional. I mean, the Z's for years said, "Oh, people are going to get very, very emotional on the planet." And I remember, years ago thinking, "Oh, that's great," because I thought, "Good, we'll all be a bit more talking about our feelings." But of course, it doesn't go that way if people's emotions are unconscious or they haven't yet processed or understood them. So, what's happening on the planet is the kind of ego or dense self is rising up in some people, thus catalyzing the rising of light and awareness in others because they're like, oh my God, that's so, whoa. It's like you're showing me the shadow of the collective. I'm seeing it and having a release because of your demonstrated behavior. But also, don't be deceived. I do feel there is a real fragility for a lot of those people in the coming years too around their defenses and their ego. There is a lot of pain. And I'm not, I'm not an advocate of, if you're standing in front of somebody who's being abusive to you, that you just go, oh, I feel your pain. You get out of there, because if you've tested it a few times and you're like, oh no, they're not budging, they're not coming into awareness. I do not need to stand in this frequency. I will step out. That's a different thing, but there is going to be a fragility around the ego and the fire in people in the years to come. So in your case, what's happening is the fire is rising on your density. We're all having that experience. We're all having our density rising in fire. Now, for some people, that density gets expressed. I don't like you. No, 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 no. That's just expressing the density with no awareness of it. For other people, it's like, oh God, I'm feeling like I'm having a resistance to that person and I'm aware of it. Wow, what is that? What is that in my stomach? Let me feel that a bit more. And oh wow, I feel a little competitive. Wow, that's okay. That's not how I'd like to feel, but what's underneath that? Let me feel it some more. Maybe I understand it some more. Maybe I do both. Often it happens in tandem for people. Some people just feel it and pop it, but most people have to also elevate their understanding. It's like the enlightened mind opens out as the body gets to open out too.